Hi guys, it's Angela. I made it to day 5. Yes, I'm very happy. I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it. If I can do 10, I can do 5. But I'm really happy to be here, and I'm going to be super happy to be to day 6. Okay, let's jump in because this video might be a little bit longer. Let's see what is going on in my body today. So my stem cells are still being made. And this is why I did a longer fast, not just 72 hours and done. Let's do 5 days and extend that period longer so the job that I want to be fixed is at least still a work in progress. It's getting better. Deep tissue repair is occurring because of these stem cells. And then something called immunosenescence. What the heck is immunosenescence? Well, that is a really big word for something that means as we age, our immune system isn't as strong, so it doesn't fight off infections as well. That's it. Okay, so yes, as we age, we have less immune response. And you can see that if you watch the vaccine commercials in America right now. Ding, ding, hope that changes. But vaccines that are like quadrivalent, meaning they have 4 different strains of the flu in them, that means that's more geared toward this older population. So if you're over 60 or over 65, come and get your quadrivalent flu vaccine and be even better protected against the flu. So first of all, the strain of flu that goes into the vaccine is a guess. So they plan this a year ahead. They never know what strain's coming. That's okay. Let's say you're 30, you get your flu shot, and maybe you catch the flu and maybe you don't. You may think you didn't catch the flu shot because your vaccine protected you, and maybe it did, maybe it was the correct strain. Otherwise, maybe you just didn't catch the flu, or you caught the flu and your immune system fought the flu, because people are sick all the time. Your immune system is fighting infections all the time, every day, and you don't notice it. Every now and then, one good cold comes along and knocks you down. Maybe someday, same thing with the flu. But our immune system is working all the time. Now, when you're older, yeah, we make less of everything. So that immune system starts to slow down and doesn't react as quickly or as well to infections. So these vaccine manufacturers put extra strains in the vaccine, hoping that it gives you greater protection because it's not just one strain, it's 4 strains. So the odds of you catching one of those 4 strains is better than me catching one strain of, one, when there's multiple strains going around. So that's how that's going to give you protection. Or you could do some fasting, and that helps repair that immune system, so both the adaptive and the innate immune system work better. So you may not know or don't remember, we have the innate immune system, that's the one we're born with, and it grows and develops quite well. And then we have the adaptive immune system. That one does grow with you over time. And that's like if you get a cold, then the body remembers that virus and is very quick to respond the next time you catch that cold. And you probably don't even get symptoms. So we're catching this stuff all the time. And for the most part, we don't know it. So fasting improves that immune system. Okay, so I didn't really talk about this yesterday, and I meant to. The microbiome changes, and the science behind the microbiome changes is all over the place. It's very inconclusive if fasting is good for the gut or if it makes your gut worse. So depending on what studies you're looking at, we have some studies saying that good bacteria decreases, bad bacteria increases. I'm being very basic here. with the good and the bad. It will say some good strains or beneficial strains increase and some of the bad ones decrease. So it's really all over the place. It also, some of the research will suggest that it causes more leaky gut, which is what I don't want. I want to get rid of that. So I don't know where. So my thought process is, if I'm making stem cells, why are those stem cells healing the rest of my body but not my GI tract? Body is smarter than that. So I think my body would repair the gut. Really interesting. Yeah. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't hack my fast. So you can definitely hack a fast and try to push the results in the direction you want. So how did I hack my fast? Okay, this is the first product I used to hack my fast. It is Nordic Naturals prebiotic powder. This is lovely. It mixes with water, it doesn't get thick, and it basically has no flavor. It's retail, so it's easy to find. It has a blend of guargum, inulin, FOS, and larch arabinogalactin. Why are those important? So these are prebiotics. So a prebiotic is something that feeds good bacteria and not the bad bacteria. One of the reasons the science is saying that the good bacteria is decreasing during a fast is because we aren't feeding it. It needs us to eat for it to proliferate because it eats off of our food, while the not so beneficial bacteria don't do that. So instead of eating, I put in the prebiotic powder, which is food for them, and hopefully they continue to proliferate. And the good thing about, again, the prebiotic is it doesn't feed the bad bacteria. The next thing I did was add in even more bioflavonoids. So bioflavonoids, just think of them as chemicals in the colors of fruits and vegetables. And our gut really loves those. My gut will use that as food. So this is the other one that I used. I had some quercetin from Natural Factors, also a retail brand, easier to find. I took 2 of these twice a day to feed my gut. The next thing I took was resveratrol from Vital Nutrients. So resveratrol is also a bioflavonoid. I just took 1, sometimes 2 a day. Whatever I tested for is what I took. And how did I test? I will use my Quest 4 machine to test my supplements. Other people will muscle test. I also took probiotics. Not a ton, and they were varied. So this is the one I took at night. I took Megaspore probiotic. And why did I choose this one? So I choose Megaspore because it is spore-based. So its job within my GI tract is to help it repair. And they have beautiful studies showing that in about 3 months, the majority of the leaky gut is repaired. Now that's going to depend on how leaky the gut was. I test for more than 2 a day. I test for like 4 or 5 a day. I only take 2. So I'm in this a little bit longer than 3 months, and that's okay. That just tells me I need more, and I have some repairing that needs to take place. The next probiotic, I rotated between 3 regular probiotics, and the next one was Pure GG 500. Yeah, you're not going to see that. So it's Pure GG, there we go, Pure GG 25 billion. I love this one. This is Rhamnosus GG. So Rhamnosus is it's a 1-strain probiotic. And I recommend those to people when they have specific pathogens in there that I know this bacteria eats. And it loves it. So it goes after it, and that's how it fuels itself. The rhamnosus, Gigi, also, it gathers friends. So it'll find other good bacteria and go, hey, let's hang out. Let's repopulate together. And they do. It's very cool, very, very awesome. The next probiotic I took is from Claire Labs, and it's the Thorbiotic Complete. SFI Health. It used to be called Claire Labs. I will probably call it Claire Labs for a long time, but SFI Health. Thorbiotic Complete. And this one is designed with a good multitude of strains in it. It's designed for food sensitivities. So if you are sensitive to dairy or gluten, this is great for you. And I have used this successfully to get so far most dairy back into my diet. Yay! I'm gonna try some cream cheese maybe in a month and see how I am. I think I'm okay with mozzarella. So it's these younger cheeses that are, very close to milk that I used to be sensitive to. And like mozzarella is good. So that means I could like have a gluten-free pizza. Heaven when I bring grains back in. Yes. Really looking forward to that. Okay, I took one more probiotic. This probiotic is from Protocol for Life Balance, and it's just their women's. So different strains of bacteria live in different areas of our body. That's simple. I like that one. And I would just take 1 or 2 a day, whatever the dose was, along with my prebiotic powder. And then I would do the 2 megaspores at night. So nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I did continue my electrolytes. So this is the first electrolyte that I took. Electrolyte Synergy from Designs for Health. I like this one because this has more citrus bioflavonoids in it and it has quercetin. So that's great. My second electrolyte that I took is Perfect Amino electrolytes in watermelon flavor. You may have watched my other 10-day fast where I tried this. I didn't love it on my 10-day fast because the flavor is pretty good. I like watermelon. And I really had to water it down. It was a little strong for me. I don't usually drink flavored things, so that's probably why. This time around, I don't think I really had a problem with it, so that's great. And then midday, I did one more thing to kind of hack that fast, I guess. I did Quicksilver Scientific Ultras Binder. So this has various binders in it. If you don't know what a binder is, it's just something that absorbs stuff. That's it. So this has activated charcoal, clay, chitosan, zeolite, and some modified citrus pectin. Let me pick on those. So charcoal is great. Bentonite clay is awesome. Zeolite will pick up different things. I want to talk modified citrus pectin. So as I'm fasting, my fat cells are releasing toxins. Those are making their way to the GI tract. So they've gone through my liver and they want to be excreted. If they're not excreted fast enough or bound up, they will resettle somewhere else. And then I gain my weight back. So the modified citrus pectin specifically here binds heavy metals. And most Americans will have heavy metals in them. Maybe it's from the fluoride in our water. Maybe we live next to a plant or a foundry that's putting stuff in the air and we're inhaling that. Our computers, our cell phones, they're all emitting heavy metals. And modified citrus pectin is great at absorbing those. Now, I took that binder to bind some LPS. So LPS is short for lipopolysaccharides. And here we go. So here's a bacteria cell. And when they die, they're dying, it releases LPS. And LPS will then ideally leave the body, but it doesn't. It finds those holes in our gut and it goes through those holes in our gut and it rests somewhere in our body. And I will tell people really simply, that's what makes us an individual. It's going to find the area in your body that's the weakest and it's going to settle there. And then later, 10, 15 years later, we have arthritis. Maybe we have, I don't know, some dementia or something. And it's just one of those things that are triggers for chronic disease. So that's why we want a healthy, solid gut. And that's why I bound some of that LPS from the die-off that's occurring, that natural die-off that's occurring in my gut. So that's kind of how I hacked my fast. All right, I will be posting tomorrow. It is my refeeding day, so I kind of want you to know what that's like. It's only a 5-day fast, so technically I could have some fruit right away in the morning, a very light breakfast, a light lunch, and maybe like a medium-sized dinner, and a normal healthy person should be able to tolerate that. I am going to start my day with juice and soup. I am really looking forward to miso soup. Like, I feel my hands warming. I can almost smell it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Then I'm going to do some watermelon juice because I know watermelon is safe. And then I'm going to eat some watermelon a little bit later in the day. And then I have a couple of other meals planned. So we'll work through those and see how I feel, what changes in my body. I know what happened when I came off my 10-day fast, so I want to kind of compare that and let you know those differences. So thank you for your time. I really hope that you learned a lot. One, challenge yourself. It's okay to go without stuff for a while, and that stuff can be food. Now, is fasting for everyone? No. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, please don't fast. If you have an eating disorder, definitely don't fast. Fasting is not for you. If you are on a lot of medication, talk to your doctor before this. Maybe search for a doctor who believes in a ketogenic type diet and fasting, because not all doctors do, and they can help you. Certain medications need to be monitored and decreased during your fast, so that's typically people's aim, is to decrease and getting off of medication, so this would be great. If you have chronic kidney disease, fasting is not for you. And that's because we are mobilizing toxins, we are breaking down cells. That's a lot of stuff going to the liver and then to the kidneys. People with chronic kidney disease shouldn't tolerate that well, so you want to avoid that. Of course, children shouldn't fast like this either. They're growing. Otherwise, if you think fasting is for you and you have some questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I don't mind. Again, I'll post tomorrow and we'll see how things go. As always, like, subscribe, share. My goal is to simply let everyone know how they can be healthy without prescriptions. See you tomorrow.